there's a lot of men out there who still believe in the traditional ways that our societies were built, as in a man provides for his family, protects his family, looks after his family. That means going out, working, putting food on the table, paying bills, stepping up.
Welcome to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James.
Hey, it's Jessen here, and welcome to this episode of the Mind Over Money podcast. And this is a very special episode that I've chosen to record. And at the time of recording this episode, it's currently Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And the reason I'm doing this is because many of you will know I'm an ex-psychiatric nurse, and I believe that people's mental health should be taken more seriously. And today, this episode is actually dedicated to the men out there, because I want to speak about something that I don't think everyone's going to agree with me on, but I'm going to say it anyway because I believe in speaking my truth. I also believe in traditional and moral ways of thinking, rather than all of these crazy things that are going on in the world, which I'll save for another day. However, I genuinely feel there's a lot of men out there who still believe in the traditional ways that our societies were built, as in a man provides for his family, protects his family, looks after his family. That means going out, working, putting food on the table, paying bills, stepping up, all that kind of stuff, okay? I'm not saying women don't work too. I'm just saying that there are men out there who believe that if they don't provide for their families, that they are a failure. And you know what? I take my hats off to men who think in that way. Why? Because society nowadays, it's so easy. It's so easy for men to just make excuses, and people actually validate these excuses. For example, telling men it's okay for you not to be a provider. It's about equality. It's about being the same. It's okay if you can't find work. It's okay. Look, whilst I appreciate, yes, okay, you don't want to be too hard on people, I also think it's incredible, and it should be celebrated, that some men out there still have a moral compass, and some men out there still have responsibility and take it seriously and actually want to do better by their families, whether that's their partners or their kids. And I think that's beautiful, and I think that should be celebrated. Here's the challenge though. Men, if you're listening, let me tell you this. It's tough. It's hard. It isn't easy, right? Think about it. When things go wrong, people always turn to you, right? They'll turn to you. They go, Daddy, where's my food? Why are the bills not being paid? What's going on? Why can't we afford to go on holiday this year? And you feel crap as a man. You feel like an embarrassment. You feel like you've let your family down. And that can play on your mind. Now, without going into it too much on this episode, because I don't really want to freak anybody out, but do you know how far someone can take it when they really feel like a failure? Look, without you having to, get me to spell it out for you, I think it's pretty safe to say that there are men out there who have sadly done the unthinkable because they couldn't see another way out. So I want this episode to be a beacon of hope for you. Men, if you're listening to this right now, I want you to understand that even though there may be people around you right now that don't support you, even though right now you might feel vulnerable if you open your mouth and share the fact that you're feeling like a bit of a failure right now, even if right now you feel that if you go and talk to one of your friends about the fact that you're stressed out and you're struggling with paying your bills, or you're feeling like you've let your family down and you're having some bad thoughts around it and all that kind of stuff, and you feel that they're going to judge you and laugh at you, I just want to let you know this. I feel you. And I know this is a podcast, but I really want you to take a moment to know that Jessen here, who perhaps hasn't even met you before, loves you and cares about you and respects you for the fact that you even have an ounce of dignity to feel embarrassed about not being able to provide for your family, to feel responsible, and to feel like you could be doing better. Because, my friend, let me tell you this. Do you know how many cowards are out there that shy away from their responsibilities as a man? They shy away from what they should be doing, and they just brush it off like it's okay to do. And you, my friend, even though you might be struggling right now, you still have the dignity to step up and take ownership as a man and say, hey, you know what? I should be doing better. It's not cool that my kids don't have what they should be having. It's not cool that my partner has to go out and work all the time and I'm struggling as well. It's not cool. I want to make my life better. I want to do something about it. The fact that you're actually thinking like that tells me something incredible about you. And it tells me that you've got your priorities straight, unlike a lot of men out there. So I salute you, my friend. I'm taking my hat off to you right now, and I hope you can really feel what I'm saying in this episode, because I'm saying it to you because I believe in you. Now, here's the thing. Having awareness is the first step for you to move forwards with your life. I'm glad you are feeling guilty right now for not being able to provide. I am grateful right now that you are feeling like a bit of a failure because maybe you're not able to provide in the way that you know you could be. I am grateful for the fact that perhaps right now you are feeling a little bit embarrassed and a little bit awkward because you have not been able to do some of the things that you know you should be doing as a man. Why am I grateful for that? It's because unless you have that pain, you won't move. Look, let's be perfectly honest. We've all been in situations before where we've been super comfortable about a situation, super comfortable about a scenario, super comfortable about anything. And because we're so comfortable, we don't move. Now, if you reflect on anything in your life where you've been in so much pain and you've had no other choice but to do something different, you will know that you're actually stronger than you think. So, my friends, I want you to do something. Rather than be like 90% of the people out here who just moan about stuff, or they say, look, I know I should be doing better. But instead of actually doing anything, all they do is talk about it, throw pity parties, and literally hope someone feels sorry for them. Here's what I want you to do instead. Let that pain drive you. Let that pain drive you. Look at your wife, look at your kids, look at your partner, look at your family, look at the people who you know you should be doing more for. Look at them and let it hurt you to the point where you go, hey, I'm sick and tired of letting you down. I don't know what it is that I'm going to do right now, but I'm going to commit to finding out. And if you can take that stance, then yes, you are not just taking responsibility as a man, but your brain is naturally going to start looking for answers. Because look, I believe this. I believe God, the creator, whoever you believe in, I believe they created Google before Google did. Why am I telling you that? Because in your brain there's something called a human Google. Whatever you ask your brain, it will find. If you keep saying to your brain, why am I such a loser? It will give you 101 search results for why you're a loser. If you give your brain a better question to say, hey, what do I need to do to start earning more money? What do I need to do to start stepping up as a man? What do I need to do to stop feeling like I'm letting my family down right now? Guess what your brain will do, my friends? Give you 101 search results for what you could be doing differently. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's okay to feel this pain. It's okay to feel this embarrassment. It's okay to feel this hardship. It's okay to feel like you've let people down. It's okay to look at your kids in the eyes and say, oh my gosh, how have I let myself get to this point where they are suffering because of me? It's okay to have all of that pain because you need that pain to drive you. People move more because of pain, not pleasure. People will run from a burning house before they run towards their dreams. That's just how we're wired as human beings. It's in your DNA. So stop trying to fight it. Use it as a tool for your benefit. I want you to amplify the pain. That might sound crazy. You might be, Jess, I was supposed to tune into this podcast because you're supposed to make me feel better. Yes, I am trying to make you feel better by helping you see that unless you amplify the pain, you won't move. You'll end up being one of those guys down the pub moaning to his mates about how he's not making enough money and he feels guilty, but then goes and orders another pint. What are you ordering pints for when your kids need new shoes? What are you in the pub for when your partner's out there sweating it away during the day at a job and coming home and having to clean and cook and do everything? Like, what are you doing, man? I want your pain to drive you. So yes, amplify the pain. Don't be one of those people who gets to the end of their life and then they regret that they should have done this and I should have done that and I could have done more and it's too late by then. Look, I want you to be remembered for the great man that you are. Look, some of us are still trying to figure stuff out. Some of us haven't even had great role models as growing up, whether that's from society or our own parents. So I get it, it's tough. And maybe that's why you're tuned into this podcast right now. Maybe you're looking for some kind of inspiration, some kind of support, someone to help you. Well, let me be that person. But let me tell you something. Many of you will know, if you follow me and you hang out with me, you'll know I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your best friend, because your best friend tells you the truth. Your best friend tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Your best friend loves you so much that they are willing to sacrifice their relationship with you to make your life better, even if it means you're going to fall out. So if we are going to fall out right now because I've told you a few home truths and you decide to unsubscribe from this podcast, leave a bad review and go on social media and tell everyone how mean Jessen is, do you know what? I really don't mind. Because at some point when your emotions start to regulate again and you return to baseline, you're going to look back and go, hey, you know what? I hate him, but he's right. I hate him, but he's right. And you know what? As your best friend, I've achieved my outcome. I still got love for you. So go and do something different today. Amplify the pain of the situation that you're in. Commit to making it better. Write down a list of things that you're no longer willing to tolerate anymore. Things like, I am no longer willing to tolerate my wife having to work whilst I'm out there also working. I'm no longer willing to tolerate my kids asking me for something and me saying, Daddy can't afford it right now. I'm no longer willing to tolerate having to go out there and grind, not knowing whether I'm going to be able to make ends meet anymore. I'm tired, sick and tired. What is it that you're sick and tired of? What do you not want to tolerate anymore? Create this list, and I want you to read it every single day. Look at it. Look at that list. Look at your kids. Look at that list. Look at your family. Look at that list. Look at your face in the mirror and ask yourself, are you proud or are you a freaking embarrassment? And I know that might sound harsh, but you know what? If you are embarrassed, you'll do something different. You'll move. So I hope this podcast has helped you. And if it has, please do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe, leave a review. Do it now. Do it now, because I promise you, you'll just forget later on. But more importantly, can you share it with someone? Can you share it with a friend? Can you share it with a family member? Can you share it on your social media? Can you share it with people who might need to hear what I've said today? Because men, I believe many of you want to step up. And maybe this is the first step that you need to take in order to do that. So appreciate you tuning in to the Mind Over Money podcast. This episode was specially sent out for the men out there who are trying to make things happen. So I love you and I appreciate you. And thank you so much for tuning in.
You've been listening to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on all the channels. Links in the show notes. Please also leave a review and visit www.jessenjames.com to find more resources on how to create the life you deserve.